And you call it, the whole dish is called?
Curry chicken and eggplant.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to put a brown flavor to it. I'm going to add some browning. But we don't really brown with browning. We burn sugar and make our browning. That's basically how we brown almost any meat, you know. So I'm going to just add a little touch so that to add a change in color. Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
So this is the Malaysian. Here I have the chicken seasoned, already seasoned, since yesterday, because I like the chicken to have marinated and have that seasoning soaked in it. What I season it with, I wash the chicken thoroughly, take out all the slime and the fat and everything. I use a little lime to cut the freshness in the chicken, because chicken is a fresh thing. Okay, this is the seasoning here that we use basically. Now we can do it ourselves, which we do it ourselves, but this is chief green seasoning. In here consists of garlic, celery, peppers, onions, bandania, all green seasonings. So we combine it in the processor and we grind it. Some people grind it with water, some people grind it with vinegar. I usually grind it with vinegar because I figure it will be more kept, you know, preserved more. So this is what we use as an all-purpose seasoning over any meat. You know, you can use it in any food. So most likely when we're doing meats, whether it's chicken, whether it's beef, whether it's pork, whatever, we always use this grind seasoning because it really have everything that you cook with in it. So you just add it to your flavor, okay? So this is what I have seasoned up the chicken with. Attach a curry. This is also chief curry. This chief curry powder. This is what we use to curry this stuff. There's other brands, but I prefer this brand. But this is
Where's it from?
Trinidad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where do you buy your Trinidadian seasons?
Well, there's a place on Walnut Street called Connie's. There's also a Jamaican West Indian market behind Connie's, and you get anything you want there. You get down to the dasheen bush. That's what we make callaloo with. Dasheen bush. Yeah.
Dasheen.
Dasheen.
Oh.
Malinga. Is it Malinga they call it here?
No. Actually, I learned dasheen from Inez, who's from St. Lucia.
Okay.
And she showed us dasheen.
Okay.
Like it's like white, right? Yeah. Yeah.
But the callaloo is made with the leaves, not the dasheen. You eat the dasheen separately, like as a provision. But the callaloo, we have to use it with the leaves. We usually will peel it and cut it up, and that's what we blend up to make our callaloo, the dasheen bush. Okay?
I thought callaloo was a plant.
No. Callaloo is dasheen bush.
What does callaloo mean? Callaloo mean? Does it mean?
Well, it's like a mix-up. A callaloo. You all mix up. So you put in crab, you put in okras, pumpkin, you know, and everything mix up and then it blend up together. So I guess that's where the callaloo come from. Like
okay. I know there's a lot of language or lore around callaloo. Do you know any songs that had callaloo in it or anything like that? Or any songs that had food in it? Anything that's from Trinidad? Was there songs or games that you played that had?
When I was younger, there was this calypso. Used to sing crab and callaloo is West Indian food, you know, and I really don't know the first thing, but I remember that was a calypso, and crab and callaloo was mentioned, you know, that was one of our like main cultural dish, you know, peas and rice, stewed chicken, all those are top dishes of our country, you know, but this is the curry, it's the chief curry, the powder. So what I did when I was seasoning, after washing the chicken and putting in the grind seasoning, you put sprinkle a little powder, maybe like 2 teaspoons to be accurate, you know what I mean? And you mix it up. I had jeera powder, which is this. This is called jeera. That's another Indian spice, what we work with in curry, whole jeera. But what we have to do before we use it, we have to burn it in the pot. Burn it, no oil or nothing, just put it in the pot, put it on the fire and you burn it. And then when you're done burn it now, you crush it. So it comes out like a powder. Okay? I had a little end left without burning, what was already burned. So I put it in the seasoning. Okay? So that is what I have sitting here. Add a little salt and pepper maybe if you want it hot. But I didn't put no pepper or anything yet. Okay? So this is the chicken already seasoned. And this is the melinge, and I'm going to do it with rice. So I'll start to work with the curry now. First.
What do you miss about Trinidad? You've been here a while now.
Yeah, I went.
Do you go back?
I was there for 2 years, not too long ago. About 2 years ago, I went and spent 2 years in Trinidad with my mom because she's very old now. She's like 87, you know, and we are here. So each time we take turns in going and spending a little time with her. But I was greedy. I took 2 years. I just loved it because I just wanted to be with her for such a long time. And then I had a companion who had business down there and wants to see about his business. So we went down there and spent like 2 years. And it was very relaxing and nice and things. But, you know.
Did you pick up anything new in cooking that you didn't already know or wasn't using here when you went there for that 2 years?
Well, I watched her cook
cooking too. I don't want to stop.
Curry, crab, and dumpling. And the way I thought it was to be cooked, that was the wrong way. So I watched her cook a curry, crab, and dumpling, where you add everything in together. I had cooked it separately, figuring, okay, curry, crab, and dumpling, and I cooked the crab and then cooked the dumpling. But when I went home and my mom was giving me a curry, crab, and dumpling, it was a whole different scenario. So that was something new. Although I know the name, I wasn't cooking it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And you learned it from your mother?
Yeah.
Wow.
But, you know, I didn't really grab that. You know. And when I thought, well, it's curry, crab, and dumpling, and I could make curry, let me curry the crab and dumpling. But I didn't separate, and when I went home and she was cooking it, what she was doing was putting everybody together. The coconut juice, the crab, the dumpling, everything was in one pot. So it really boiled down to, I didn't think it was done like that. You know. So I had the pot. And there I have the garlic and the ginger and the onions. Sometimes you might put a little bandania cut up and put it in it. Bandania is a high seasoning. It's like, it sells in the West Indian markets. We also can get our products in the international aisle in certain groceries, because now everybody bringing in a international aisle. And when you go down there, you can see the curry, things from Jamaica, products that we use, you know. So we usually get stuff there. Brooklyn is the main source for anything you want from Trinidad, because it's like a little Trinidad down there. And when you go down there, you see so much things. It's like, oh, look this, look that. So we go crazy. But we don't have to go Brooklyn. Cousins, the 38, right there in the 38, we get stuff. The Korean stores, some of them sell like the butters we use, the stuff we use, and it's like make it easy for us. So that's how we get around. And it's always good be in the house, because You're getting it in the groceries, right? By Price Right, there's an international line. By Cousin, there's an international line. You get your pepper sauce, you get your different sauce where you're custom using. Even the grind seasoning, I get it by Price Right. You know, Morby, I think we drink, that's a juice. It's a little, I have it here, but I didn't make it. Morby concentrate. This is a drink. It makes from the bark of a tree. The Morby bark. It's like you bark the tree, and this is what you boil and make this Morby. Sweeten. It's very bitter, but it's a bittersweet kind of thing. Some people might like it, some people don't. You know? But this is, and it serves as a cooling too. It cools you down, especially in the heat. Yeah, Morby keeps you cool on the inside. So most of the foods, it's like doing something for your body. You know, it really helps in ways.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. I wanted to ask you about what do you think Trinidadian food or traditional food is healthy, or what do you use that's healthy, and how do you use herbs and vegetable, whatever you use to make it healthy?
Well, even from the seasoning, these are fresh seasoning grown. You can just pick it and wash it and grind it. The fridge, I think some.
Got a name on it?
No.
Oh, okay. So just start that statement over for me about. Tell me again about the seasonings and how they're healthy.
Yeah, they grow, no chemicals. They growing from the ground. They fresh seasonings. Some of them can help with sick people inside. You use certain herbs for different, and sometimes we season with that very same herb. For instance, turmeric. Turmeric is called saffron. Saffron, you can use that for your inflammation in your body. You drink saffron and it will help you pass inflammation. A lot of kidney disease, things like that, saffron is very high, but it's called turmeric here. And it's so you can grate it, because from way back when my grandmother used to drink saffron with milk, just grate it and drink it. She will take okra, put it in water and put it in her eye. That's for her eye, cataract in her eye, and the okra water, she'll just cut up the okra and the slime and she'll hold it and put it in her eyes. This is something we eat every day, and okra is a good for women, you know, like pregnancies and things like that. It helps you. So there's a lot of food that we cook, have, things that could heal your body and keep you together. Tamarind, one of our fruits that is drink as a cooling. We use it as a cooling to cool down our body. Simple thing like carrot. You grate the carrot and you put hot water in it and you leave it and you drink it like drinking water. That's a pure cooling to cool down your system inside. All heats, boils, things that inside you can pass it out. Like the aloe plant that draws inflammation. It has some little foods that we use. Garlic. Garlic is good for pressure. Anytime you could just boil the garlic and drink it. You have a cold, you could just boil the onion and drink it. I tell my children every day they have a cold. Mash up an onion, boil an onion, drink onion tea. Everybody who I give it to out here, oh God, Veronica, that's nasty. But it works. It helps them. Next morning, oh, mommy, thanks. I was get up and I good to go this morning. Okay, it's your garlic. Alright. The onion, just drink onion tea. So a lot of the foods and these are things we eat. Mm-hmm. So it's really help, with your body.
Do you, your children, how many children do you have? Two. Do they cook?
My little daughter cook more. They both cook. But one like cooking more than one. But both of them cook. My biggest daughter here, she can cook a good piece of rice. She can cook a good baked macaroni and cheese. We bake it, and she can handle that well. She doesn't like cooking too much. My little daughter, she watches me. She wants to cook everything I cook. I will always give her a recipe, and she runs with it. she's cooking at home, she'll call me, Mommy, how do I cook so and so and so? And when I'm done talking to her, she'll tell me how it come out, and so she's more on the one to one. The other one, she loves to cook, she could cook, but she really doesn't like the kitchen too much. She will more do book work, head work. She's good for the head, you know. I'll work out the problem for you, but you will do it.
Can you tell me the name of your grandmother, your mother, and your daughters?
My grandmother is passed, but her name was Rubina Lucas. We live in Port of Spain, Barcelona Street, for years. She is originally from the island of Union Island. It's a little island off St. Vincent. That's where my grandmother was born. But she lived in Trinidad. Mary lived with her children here and in Trinidad and everything. My mother's name is Lucille Pascal. She born here, they lived in the city. We moved to Laventille. Then she's now living at Oroku. There she at 87, she's just there by herself. None of us is there, everybody might be, but she's there by herself. And she's a liver with everybody, you know, everybody loves her, Miss Lucille. We like your food, we like your company, she helps everybody. So she's more like a soulfish between everybody where she lives, wherever she go and live. But she just likes helping people, you know, the younger children, everybody's Miss Lucille, Miss Lucille. Everybody, you want anything, you go by Miss Lucille. So that's
tell me, you compare, you do the saltfish, so tell me why you compared it to saltfish. Tell me more about saltfish, because people won't know about saltfish.
It's nice. They corn the saltfish. Naturally corn the saltfish. What we do, we boil all the salt, because it's very salt. Because the way they have to corn it, it comes out to be really salt. So I will boil all the salt and wash out the salt as much as possible. And then you mash it up with like tomatoes and onion and garlic and oil, and it's done.
But did you just compare your mother to saltfish? Did you say your mom's like saltfish? Did you say that?
Well, when I mean saltfish, that was not, that was like and I mean a saltfish, you're in between, you're loved by everybody. It's like,
because everybody loves saltfish. Gotcha. Okay.
I'm sorry,
No, that's good. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. It's like, it's perfect. I just want people to understand what it is. So you look, and I mean, it might not even make, at least I understand now. It might not make it into the video, but now I got it. Like, she likes saltfish because everybody likes saltfish. And this S-A-L, is it saltfish or, because you guys,
saltfish.
S-A-L-T?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay.
But that's just like a term we use, like, you know, to describe how she is always love and always between everybody, by everybody. Oh, the amazing old.
And then your daughter's names?
My daughter's name is Dion Pascal, and the other one name is Danielle Roberts.
And when you use peppers to make things hot, what kind of peppers do you use?
Well, I really do use hot peppers, but it's just like to rest on top of your food. Most likely we use pimentos and pimento peppers, which is this. Wait, I'll put this on this. Pimentos is just like a flavor, and it wouldn't be hot, you know, because most of the pepper we do use hot peppers. You know, but pimentos will more be flavorable than hot, you know, so I really like it to really flavor the food.
Is Trinidadian food specifically known to be spicy or not? More curry? Is it known to be spicy?
Yeah, but spicy doesn't always mean pepper. Spicy is like a flavor. You don't have to be hot to be spicy. You know what I mean? It's like I hardly put pepper in my food because not everybody likes hot pepper. You know, people will be boiling. So I will cook and let the people put their own pepper. Now, after putting in the garlic and the onion, what we do is actually burn the curry. So we let the curry burn while I stir it until it gets more like a thick paste, and then you add your meat in it. You know. So while this cooking here now, I'm just going to burn a little yeah, I'm going to burn this because I want to combine the flavors. Not really combine it, but to change the color. And there it is. What we do is to this go ahead like this morning.
Oh, when did you start recording?
How it's coming in like a piece, and it's like burning.
Do you hum and sing often when you cook?
Huh?
Do you hum and sing often when you cook?
Most times, when I work on the whole, I like to sing. You know, I always sing. When I'm on work, on my job, and they laughing at me because I just always do a song. You know, I just love to sing.
What do you sing?
Just natural little reggae, little anything I remember, hymns, gospel. It just brings me through the day and takes my work, make my work a little easier. Just a little bit of oil.
So I'm gonna step back for a minute so that you could just sing. Is that okay? I mean, hum or sing. I'm gonna let you do your thing when you put your next ingredient in.
All right. It's like you hear a song in your head and it just keep in your head, but really and truly, the songs I sing, they're so old I've forgotten. I forget the first verse, the second verse, unless I hear it again. When it playing, then I might say, oh, I know that. You know what I mean? But I just want a song to get in my head, and I'll go with that all day. Like I was just hearing Tony Braxton new song, and that just came in my head because I just love to sing. Not this one, this one. Okay, it's not gonna be long.
Why do you think it's important to maintain food traditions, particularly your food traditions?
I like our food, and I like to also explore other foods, but maybe it's the customs, and you know, that's what you know. I do get involved with other food because they want to know other things that taste good too, and I do take part in watching people, how you make this, how you make that. But it's like, it's not my thing, so it is hardly could. I have to naturally learn that.